was pretty hard to start. Okay, well, now she's running. We do have a pretty big secret with this engine. She isn't a two-cylinder. She doesn't run on two. Okay, we just dropped a pretty big bombshell then whilst the engine was running. She isn't a two-cylinder. It is a fake, has been from the very start, and always was going to be. A couple of people knew about this engine from the start, and that I was making a fake, and why I was going to make a fake. So we'll just go through some of the things that I've done to make this engine look real, because it has tricked everybody so far. I haven't had an actual comment or a private message that said, hang on a minute, this actually isn't running on two cylinders. One person was a bit suspicious. Okay, well, probably the most convincing part of the engine is the fact that it does have a crankshaft coming out the back, which does run a V-belt pulley, which does turn throughout the video, and that's probably one of the key things that tricked people, and that is its sole intention, really. I mean, it's not there to drive anything, but all that is a solid piece of brass bar which is right there. That's a solid piece of brass bar, well oiled obviously, for the first initial run. Yep, it's back in. That needs to be retightened, that's actually come loose, so I've been able to pull it out. And that is coupled to the original Suffolk crankshaft, because obviously the first cylinder is a complete running engine. Obviously that cylinder does run, and that is then coupled to the crankshaft with a rubber hose adapter, which reduces the size of the crankshaft down to the size of the output for original Suffolk engine. That's then got two hose clamps that hold that in. So the second cylinder of the Suffolk Twin is pretty much a bare block. There is no piston, no valves, no camshaft, no actual crankshaft at all, just the brass bar with the rubber hose coupling on there. So that's a bare block. Obviously the first cylinder is the running engine. Another pretty convincing bit, and a convincing bit throughout the video I must say, was the twin carbs. Twin Zenith TA13s, I think they are. Can't actually remember, but I think they are. No, TCA2s, Type 13 Zenith carbs. Two of those. This carburetor is actually a complete duff. It was one I got a while back that is completely rotted. You can't use it at all, it's absolutely bullet. So we've put that on the engine, and throughout the video, of course, I was revving both carbs, adjusting the choke and adjusting the mixture on both carbs, again to make it look real. That was the intention. That was to see if it would fool anybody or if I would be caught out straight away. The next convincing bit, twin HT leads. Obviously you just saw me completely pull this one off whilst it was running, because that spark plug doesn't do a thing. The HT lead isn't even connected to the coil. It just runs behind this section of cowling and then goes across the front fins of the first cylinder. Again, to make it look like it's running into the ignition backplate, but it really isn't. There's no oil, no splasher or anything in the second engine. the only way I can actually oil the back bearing is through a small little hole that I drilled in the back, just to keep that oiled. But all I'll say regarding a real Suffolk Twin, there is a lot involved in making one, and I am going to have a go at making a real one. I will have a go, but I really don't think I'm going to be able to get it to run, but we'll see. Another thing, when this engine runs, the actual back cylinder gets warm, and obviously that adds to the illusion that it's running on 2 as well. If somebody was to come up behind it whilst it was running and feel around the back of the second block, it would feel warm, and that's because the exhaust from the first engine comes through here. This is actually blocked off, but it heats this pipe up, which then heats the block. So again, gives it the illusion that it's running on 2, but really it isn't. So there you go. Everybody knows now. It is a fake, made purely to sit on my bedroom shelf. Really, that was the main intention. It will be run a few times outside. You'll probably see it at a couple of little crank up videos, just ticking over once I get it settled down. Got to put the governor back in the engine. I left that out for some reason. The air vane governor I didn't put back in, don't know why. And then once we've got the first cylinder settled down, we can run it at a few little garden crank ups, just have it going. But the main intention now is to drain all the oil out, drain the fuel, and take it upstairs, sit it in my room. Well, there you go. That is the secret behind the Suffolk Twin.